Good afternoon, class. This is Teacher Steph, and I'm super excited to start our lesson today. Are you ready for a fun and exciting learning adventure? But before we dive into our main topic, let's warm up by unlocking some words you might find tricky later on. Don't worry, I'll guide you through it. And by the end, you'll feel like words experts. Ready? Okay, we have unlocking the difficulties. First, content. This is what you are teaching, like facts, ideas, or information. It could be text, pictures, videos, or anything you want students to learn. Basically, the content is all about the nilalaman ng ating ituturo para sa ating mga students. When we say pedagogical, this is how you teach. It's about the methods, strategies you use to help students learn best, like using discussion or hands-on activities. When we say pedagogical, this is our strategies kung paano natin ituturo yung isang topic natin para sa ating mga students. Lastly, we have technological. This is about using technology like computers, apps, or any websites to help with teaching and learning. When we say technological, it is about proper use of technology. Okay, now meet the amazing minds behind TPACK. Alright, before we dive in how TPACK can help make learning super fun, let's take a quick trip back in time to meet the awesome people who came up with these ideas. First up, we have Lee Shulman and the Power of Pedagogical Content Knowledge or PCK. The concept of Pedagogical Content Knowledge or PCK was introduced by Lee Shulman in 1986. He is considered the founder of this framework, which highlights the importance of teachers having a deep understanding of both the subject matter and the best way to teach it. Ayan po si Lee Shulman. The TPACK or Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge Framework was developed by Punya Mishra and Matthew Collard, the two scholars from Michigan State University. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Mishra and Collard took Shulman's ideas and added something really important, which is, what do you think, guys? Which is the technology. Yes, very good. In today's world, we use computers, apps, and videos to make learning more fun and easier to understand. So Mishra and Kohler created TPACK, which is fancy way of saying that teachers need to know 3 things to be awesome in today's classroom. Now, welcome to our fun TPACK exploration. Today, we're going to dive into something super exciting called TPACK, and I promise it's not as complicated as it sounds. We're going to explore how teachers can use 3 special superpowers to make learning awesome for students like you. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. Imagine you're a teacher. It's like a superhero. To be the best super teacher, they need 3 superpowers to help you learn, which are the content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological knowledge. Okay, let's break them down and see how they come together to create the ultimate teacher. Now, what is TPACK? TPACK is a way to understand how teachers can be better at teaching. It includes 3 important types of knowledge. First, knowing about the subject they teach, or also known as content knowledge. Second, we have knowing how to teach, or pedagogical knowledge. And lastly, knowing how to use technology or technological knowledge. So, TPACK combines 3 main types of knowledge. Gaya nga na nabanggit ko kanina, first we have content knowledge, second we have pedagogical knowledge, and lastly we have technological knowledge. Let's dive to the content knowledge, or also known as CK. What to teach? CK is knowing the subject you are teaching, whether it's math, reading, or science. This is the superpower that helps teachers know their stuff, like math, science, reading, or history. It's like having a treasure chest full of knowledge. If your teacher knows all about fractions, for example, they can explain it clearly and help you understand things like half, third, or quarter. Like for example, understanding what fractions are. Example, 1/2, 3/4. Knowing how to perform operations with fractions, addition, subtractions, multiplication, division. So, understanding that 1/2 is the same as 2/4, or knowing how to add 1/4 plus 1/4 is equal to 1/2. And yan po ang content knowledge. Now, let's proceed to pedagogical knowledge, or how to teach. PK is knowing the best ways to teach students. This includes things like how kids learn best, classroom strategies, and managing students. Now, this is the superpower that helps teachers know the best way to teach. It's about understanding how you learn best and finding fun ways to explain things. Maybe it's showing you with pictures, playing games, or using hands-on activities to make learning feel like an adventure. So, basically, the pedagogical knowledge is something about the strategy of the teacher, kung paano niya ituturo in a fun ways or hindi boring tingnan yung topic niya sa kanyang mga students. So, like for example, teachers explain fractions and operations using hands-on activities and visual aids, helping students understand concepts step by step. So, teachers might explain fractions by using Lego blocks, so you can actually build a fraction and see how it works. Lastly, we have technological knowledge, or TK. So, when we say technological, using technology. Knowing how to use technology tools to make learning better. This superpower helps teachers use cool tools like computers, tablets, apps, and websites to make learning even more fun. It's like turning regular lessons into exciting video games or interactive adventures where you can practice what you are learning. So, when we say technological knowledge, is having a knowledge on how to use technology in your teaching. So, like for example, teachers use apps, interactive tools, and online games to help students visualize and practice fractions and operations digitally. So, teachers can use apps like virtual fraction bars or online games where you can practice fractions and operations. Now, let's proceed to TPACK Venn diagram. The TPACK Venn diagram represents the intersection of three core components required for effective teaching with technology. It helps educators understand how different knowledge domains overlap to create a more effective learning environment. So, the TPACK Venn diagram shows the following intersection. First, we have pedagogical content knowledge. The intersection of pedagogy and content knowledge represents the teacher's ability to teach the content in a way that is understandable to students. It's about how to teach the specific content effectively without considering the use of technology. Second, we have technological content knowledge. This represents the teacher's ability to use technology to enhance the teaching of content. It's about knowing which technologies can best support the specific content being taught. Next, we have technological pedagogical knowledge. This intersection is about knowing how to integrate technology into teaching practices and strategies. It's not just about using technology, but using it in a pedagogically sound way. And last, we have TPACK, or Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge, the central intersection where all three knowledge domains, but content, pedagogy, and technology overlap. This is the ideal space for effective technology integration in teaching. A teacher with strong TPACK can seamlessly integrate technology into their pedagogy and content knowledge to create optimal learning experiences for students. So, in summary, the TPACK models helps teachers understand that effective technology integration requires a deep understanding of how content is taught, how students learn, and how technology can enhance both. The more teachers can combine these three areas of knowledge, the better their ability to teach effectively in a modern, tech-enhanced classroom. So, how does TPACK work together? TPACK is a framework that helps educators understand how to integrate technology effectively into their teaching practices. It highlights the interconnectedness of three key components: content knowledge, pedagogy knowledge, and technology knowledge. The idea is that these three areas work together to create effective, engaging, and meaningful learning experience. So imagine your teacher is like a wizard who uses these three superpowers together. They know how their subject really well, they know how to make learning fun, and they use cool apps and tools to make it even more fun and interactive. So let's put it all together. Your teachers know fractions, and then they can explain them using hands-on activities like cutting pizza slices. Then, they use an app where you can play fraction games and see how pieces fit together digitally. When teachers combine all these three superpowers, it makes learning fun, easy, and exciting. And that would be all. Thank you for listening.